Hello and welcome back to the 2 Soccer World Championship live from Cancun. We're sticking in Group G, where two sides collide with real ambitions of making it through to the knockouts. Germany, after losing their opening two matches, need a win. And Colombia, well, they're on the brink of going one better than they did last year in Oman. We'll be bringing you all the action from this one live very shortly. But first, the national anthems. Here we go then for the defining fixture in the race for second place in Group G. The door is ajar for both teams after Ukraine blew away the Spanish in our last fixture. Colombia are in the better position with 3 points already to their name. A mere point would see them through, whereas Germany, they need all three. Losses to Ukraine and more recently Spain put them in unfamiliar territory at the foot of Group G. My name's Frankie Rudland and joining me on commentary duties is Dan Shaw. Dan, welcome. And the fact that Germany could still qualify, despite losing their first two games, shows just how bonkers Group G has been.
Oh, what a group this is, Frankie. This is the best, isn't it? This is what soccer's all about. There's so much jeopardy. And, of course, for us as commentators, it means a lot as well, doesn't it? Because we want to have that competitive edge, and that is exactly what we're going to get here. And Germany have not had a decent start to the tournament. They're going to have a very decent end to their group stage matches. They need to win. They need to score goals against the Colombian side that aren't a bad team. They too, of course, have aspirations of qualifying as well. So it's all at stake. Colombia, a point required. Germany have to win, and they have to win by some distance. So both sides know exactly what they're going into here. And it's been a decent night's football so far. We've enjoyed the two games we've had. This one has the potential to be the best of the lot.
So much on the line, and if you're just joining us here in Cancun for the TUI Soccer World Championship. Our last fixture saw Ukraine blow away the Spanish, 6-1 the score in that one. And by goal difference, Spain are now out of the running. So the two teams you see before you, Colombia in their trademark yellow shirts and the Germans sporting a smart dark green number, are the only hopefuls who can clinch that second spot. High drama.
Nice on the eye, the Colombia kit, isn't it?
Certainly is. I do like it when the kits stay true to the 11-a-side colours. Instantly identifiable, isn't it? Germany will get us underway. As we mentioned, they've been uncharacteristically off colour so far in Group G. They have arrived in Cancun with ambitions of going all the way. And they have to find a way past Colombia first, and Heights with an early threatening effort, which was saved by Martinez, who looked in some discomfort as he landed.
Well, I think he's got his knee strapped up, Frank. It's hard to say because his socks are very high, but it was his knee that he grabbed, and that is bad news for Colombia if they were to lose him in between the sticks.
Well, it does look like there's a bit of white strapping poking up above the left sock, doesn't it? Annan, who didn't feature against Spain, flashes one into the box, and it takes the wind out of his own teammate. And then Chandra lets one go. It's a fast start from Germany, who clearly know what they need to do. Well, Juan Martinez, the man on the ball and in goal for Colombia. I'll hold that thought because Annan could be in. Gets it all wrong. It's a good opening for Ilias Annan, who knows where the back of the net is. Plundered plenty for Germany last year, Muscat and Mann, but got his angles all wrong there.
Yeah, not a good finish that from Germany. They need to be clinical, of course, tonight. One concern that I would have so far is that defensively Colombia have looked a little weak.
Well, they did pull off, I think what's fair to say is a shocker of a win over Spain. The Spanish, of course, reached the semi-final, the Euro Cup. Colombia ranked 45th in the world. Germany flood forward. Chandra has his pocket picked. Colombia drill one. No one really in and around, and it drifts out of play. And Germany will have the ball back once more. Well, the headlines might be about Germany, but of course this is a massive opportunity for Colombia as well. We can't ignore that. The Colombians didn't escape the groups last year. And they are in the driving seat here. As I said, if the score stayed level, it would be the Colombians who went through, and a shot early exit for Germany, which really, by their standards, is not acceptable as Chandra weaves his way all the way through, and he's brought down to the turf by Nicolas Torres. Good footwork from Chandra.
Yeah, it was good feet. Very good feet from Chandra, just weaving through the middle there. Drew the foul now. This is a good chance for Germany, but they've got a giant in the Colombian goal to get past also.
And they might have a giant taking it as Tobias Heights stands over it. Started his career at Bayern Leverkusen. Played professionally in Germany, forced to retire early through injury. But he's back to his physical best here in Cancun, and he may well fancy having a rattle.
Yeah, Heights, absolutely the right name for him, isn't it?
And Heights can hit them.
He can.
Cecic and Annan, the others standing over it. Both leave it for Heights. Fires into the back of Juan Martinez.
Well, they might have just defended their own free kick there, Frankie. I'm sure that was heading in as it hit a German player. I think it was Freus on the back post. Struck him and went out of play for the goal kick.
Colombia might say thank you later on, but for now, David Roman looks to break into the touchline. Not really sticking as of yet for Colombia. Early knockings though, just 4 minutes played. Germany currently looking the most likely. They are ranked 6th in the world. They certainly haven't lived up to that ranking thus far. Betts, driven straight through the heart of Colombia, strikes the post, and the rebound goes in off Nicolas Torres. And an own goal breaks the deadlock and gives Germany the opener that they so desperately wanted.
Big moment for Germany, Frankie. Good start for them. They know what they have to do. Let's take a look. That little layoff was beautiful from Fruis. And a clinical finish to put them ahead.
Well, it was Amar Cecic who rattled the post, and then Nicolas Torres, who know little about it. A stroke of luck for Germany. They won't care. Puts them in the ascendancy. Chandra bundled to the turf. Screams from the Colombia bench.
So up for this, Germany. Not just the players, but the staff and the media behind us. As you mentioned earlier, unacceptable for Germany not to be at knockout stages. That goes for anything, doesn't it? Football, soccer, tiddlywinks, the lot. They want to be there, competing.
But they're born winners, aren't they? And they approach soccer so professionally. They always travel with a huge squad, coaches, media team, commentators, physios, the lot.
Yeah, it's beautifully put together. Excellent organisation.
Cecic looks to weave his way through, but Colombia turn the ball opener, and it could be their first sizing of the game. Heights does well to slow things down. Legs dangling everywhere. It is Heights who comes out with it, and just look at the roar from the Germans. They're celebrating every tackle, every turnover like a goal. They're not here to mess around.
No, they're certainly not. They know exactly what they have to do. It's a big job. You feel as though they have got it in them to complete it.
Mitigi looks to get it back off Konstantin Fries, who's holding the ball up well for Germany. Was pivotal in their opener. Colombia just not able to put things together so far. And a reminder that both Germany and Colombia shared the same goal difference heading into this one. So a Germany win by any margin would see them through. But they'll be keen to add some more to their tally. Flees back heel towards Cecic. Breaks down, but Mitigi picks it up. Betts into Cecic. Nice football from Germany. He won the first ever edition of the Soccer World Cup, now known as the Soccer World Championship in Portugal in 2018. They haven't made a final since. They'll have to enjoy a drastic upturn in form if they want to make this year's. So far, so good. Here is Chandra. Picks the Colombians' pockets, work to the back post. Cecic, Chandra, 2-0. Brutal from Germany. And Das Machine are finally starting to purr here in Cancun. Benedict Chandra, the scorer, positioned inside the penalty area to stab home and poke one through the hearts of Colombia.
Well, there you go. Knew Germany had to win, that was a given, but we also knew they wanted to go out there and score plenty of goals, make sure, announce themselves at last on the tournament after a poor start. That's a free kick.
Well, they're here to prove a point as much as qualify, our Germany. As we mentioned, they will not accept anything but perfection, and they've been a long way away from that.
No, I think they're going to keep their foot on the accelerator here, Germany, just to gather that momentum.
Strike from the free kick. It's a long, long way out, and it would have taken a spectacular effort to test Lucas Betts from there. If you haven't seen them, scored 2 absolute peaches against Georgia last year. Well worth a watch. Also represented Germany from under 15 to under 17 level. So much pedigree in this German outfit. Cecic finds himself in space. He's got Mitigi on the far side. He used him. Mitigi cuts it back. Colombia at 6s and 7s at the minute. Germany look in the mood.
Yeah, they do. And I think this is going to continue. I think they've got a sort of knowledge that they need to ramp it up, the Germans. Just getting through, of course, is what they want to do. I don't think mentally for them it will be enough. They want to really turn it on here and have, you know, that free-flowing way about them come the knockouts. Really get down to business.
Sven Wurm stands over the corner into Cecic. Back to Wurm. And Yilmaz was ghosting in at the far post. He almost got his head to it. I think it would have taken his head off, had he?
Some ball in, though. Really nicely done.
That's the play in soccer, isn't it? Flash it towards that back stick. And you never know who might be there. Colombia look to stroke it forward. Wasteful once more, and they'll be frustrated with how this game is going after 10 or so minutes. Not being given a sniff by Germany.
No, absolutely right, Frankie. They haven't. The Germans have been well at it, haven't they? Look highly concentrated and highly motivated this evening.
Well, even in the last match against Spain, their warm-up was just so professional. Cecic. In fact, it was Annan who looked to chip towards that back post. They were running through drills out on the pitch before the game started. As I say, perfectionists personified, the Germans. Chandra skips his way to the byline really neatly, gets it back. Still might be there for Germany, but that's brilliantly carried away by Colombia, and it's a better effort and one that draws a save from Lucas Betts. Too hot to handle at the first attempt, but relatively comfortable for the German stopper, who, sporting the headband, Annan picks it up, brushes his teammate off it and says, no, leave it to me. Matiji, Annan, this is beautiful. And Matiji just couldn't get the flick that he wanted on it.
We've seen some really nice, snazzy feet, haven't we, from either side at times.
Well, they're on the same frequency as German side. And that would have been up there with one of the goals of the tournament. Sven Wurm, 30-year-old, another one. He was on Bayern Leverkusen's books. And another one who suffered a nasty injury. Mitsigi. To Wurm. Back to the far post. Yilmaz adds a third. Germany are waltzing towards the knockouts. And Ibrahim Yilmaz gets in on the action, once again using the byline, once again finding the back post, and once again finding the back of the net.
Well, they've really turned it on tonight, Germany, haven't they? Colombia haven't really had a sniff. Germans have been fully domineering. And that was nice play again for another goal for Germany.
And Yilmaz, who scored his first of the tournament against Spain, adds his second in this high-stakes clash. And Colombia are at risk of completely crumpling here. German power proving too much for them. David Roman. Again, it's picked up by a German shirt, and again they'll come. This is Konstantin Fries. It was a cross-come shot. I think he was looking for Ilyas Annan, but got caught in two minds, and it's a let-off for Colombia, who once again were carved open.
Yeah, the two attacking players just went for the same place, didn't they? Fries was expecting them to split, and they just trapped each other's run and missed his man on the run through.
Martinez knocks it long towards Juan Munoz, who looks to bully his way through, and he's done well to win the free kick, and he shouts at his teammates, come on, let's get up the field, because that's what they need to do. They've got a 3-goal deficit to overturn. A draw would be enough, but that is looking a long way away at the minute.
Yeah, it really is. You think one more German goal and it's definitely done, don't you? Colombia needing a goal, preferably from their point of view in the first half. With what, 6.5 to go.
David Roman standing over it. He flashes one. I'll tell you what, it was moving, but it moved wide, and Betts looks to fire long towards Konstantin Fries, and Juan Martinez rushes out of his goal. He's saying it hit his shoulder. Our officials think it hit his arm, and we're going to see a yellow card. I'm sure that will be checked by our RVAS system, because Martinez is adamant that it came off his shoulder.
Well, it's been yellow carded and it's going to be checked, you're right. I'm not sure for me if it was off the arm.
It looked more shoulder than arm from where we're positioned.
Yeah, it did to me.
But when the chips are down, this is the last thing that Colombia need.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets overturned. That's what the RVAS is for.
They can't get everything right, our officials. They are generally pretty accurate.
Well, we might find out in a minute they did get it right.
We may do.
Which quite often
We may
happens.
do.
We'll question them and find out we were wrong.
Well, it stands. And Martinez is going to have to go off for 2 minutes. Colombia will have to play with a man down. And a rush keeper.
Yeah, problems for Colombia. And, you know, all the best sides, all the most experienced sides, so organised in moments like this. They'll practice and work on how to break a side down when they do have a man advantage. So this will be a big test for Colombia against the German side.
Grim viewing from the Colombian persuasion. And if you're just joining us, a reminder that this would seal Germany safe passage through to the round of 16. The runners-up looking the most likely to face Hungary as it stands, who, as we know, are a bit of a bogey side for Germany. So
Stan filling up behind Frankie in anticipation of the Mexico game next.
yeah, and we've seen the Ireland lads in the house.
It's a big job for them tonight.
A huge job, but also a great moment for that Irish team to play the hosts and experience the carnival atmosphere that we've been treated to here in Cancun.
Yeah, absolutely right. Under the lights as well, full house, and there'll be a fiesta-like mood, won't it?
It's David Raman who's been tasked with stepping in between the sticks. He's taking a long time to put those gloves on, which suggests he hasn't done it too often before.
Yeah, it's struggling a little bit, isn't he? Mind you, the goalkeeper has got the biggest arms in the world. I expect those straps are about 1 metre long.
Might have to triple knot those heights. Lays it off to Aman. Back to Čerčić. Can Germany make Colombia pay while they're depleted? Čerčić, named the MVP in the German Kings League. Scampers across the turf. Moving Colombia around, the Germans just trying to bide their time, wait for the opening. They're almost playing in triangles, and there's a touch of frustration there. I don't think Colombia were too happy with the game of keep ball that Germany were playing, and Amon has been absolutely clattered into.
Oh yeah, speaking of not being too happy with things, he's not happy about that at all, is he, Amon?
Well, it's in the Achilles, which isn't a nice place
No, it's not.
to take a boot. The Colombia 18 will escape a yellow card. Čerčić, Amon. Those two picking up where they left off before that set piece, and it's wasteful for heights. Not too often we find ourselves saying that. Germany's rangy sweeper usually hits the back post when the ball's at his left foot. Colombia in survival mode. Germany smelling blood. Minute and a half to go until the interval. Germany 3 goals to the good, courtesy of an own goal from Torres and one each at Chandra and Yilmaz. Amon and Nan at the byline. Slips and grabs a decent chunk of a Colombian shirt.
I think there's just a little bit of anger in him from that foul earlier on now.
Well, it was the same two players going at it just moments ago. And he comes off for a quick cool down in more ways than one, Dominic Amon. Perhaps needed.
Yeah, just refocus.
Had a good fistful of yellow, didn't he? Chipped up towards Butrago, who does well to spin and turn. He wants a soccer penalty. Momentarily waved away. Shot comes in. Half scrambled clear by Germany, but it'll be a corner. And Brian Butrago is still asking the question. He wants that to be checked. Thinks he was clipped.
think he might have had a case.
Well, just before the break, that would be a potentially momentum-shifting moment for Colombia, who have offered little to nothing so far in this first half. It is being checked by RVAS. Utrago, the man that went down. Germany sets up to defend the corner. They're adamant it wasn't a penalty, and it seems they're correct. Colombia settle for the corner. Work to the edge. David Rahman hits it, and it beats the chest of Benedict Chandra. He was a long way from home there. There's David Rahman. And he's almost caught back by his own teammate's back pass. Heights with an open net, and there's the fourth. He drops to his knees as he knows that is the goal that is sending Germany through to the knockouts. The German machine, which coughed and spluttered against Ukraine and Spain, is whirring once more, and their skipper gets in on the goals.
I think that's game over.
It certainly looks that way. There'll need to be an inspirational team talk at the break, and here is the break. Germany too strong, too slick, and simply too hot to handle for Colombia in these opening 20 minutes. They needed a win. And it looks like they're in course for an emphatic one. 4-0 the scoreline at the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing you every kick from the second half as Germany look for more goals and more gloss on what has been a phenomenal performance thus far. Welcome back then to this Group G decider for who nabs that coveted second place spot. Germany, well, it looks like for all the world, they're heading for it at the minute. 4 goals to the good, and the players, they had to wait slightly longer than anticipated for the beginning of this second half as Germany get forward once more, and they have a fifth. The whistle blows, and it won't stand. Colombia will have a free kick.
Well, thank goodness for that as far as Colombia are concerned. They don't want another one going in, particularly right at the start of the half, because you fear that is the end of the second half, virtually in the first few seconds. Colombia have got to change it up. They've got to find a way. They need a point. That's all it is. But 3 goals against Germany at the moment looks a big, big ask.
Well, even worse than that.
I think it is 4. We're just having a discussion because you'll see on your monitor it is 3, which is what I'm going off of, but I'm pretty sure it is 4, isn't it?
It is 4. Heights got the 4th.
Oh, well, he's got the 5th as well.
Well, they've got the 5th. Well, RVAS were checking it. And Matiji, in fact, he did score. So 4 becomes 5, and Germany are cruising towards victory. Nightmare stuff for Colombia, fresh from their team talk, and now facing an even taller mountain to climb. The message at the interval would have been keep things tight. Try and build yourself into this game. And Germany have slammed the doors in their faces. Had to wait a while to celebrate, did Hichem Matiji, who tapped in a rebound, but he has his goal. Germany have 5. Here he is again, Matiji. Things could turn ugly for Colombia. Martinez down well. The Germans hunting in packs. They want more. They want to send a warning signal to the rest of this tournament, to anyone who is underestimating them off the back of their slow start. They have arrived now. Heights wins the header. Yilmaz could be in. It's an important interception from Buitrago. Scampers forward. Blocks by Germany at every avenue. They're just saying no, other Germans. Cecic challenging. Good skill. Chandra, the calmest man in the stadium, to take that down on his chest before nodding back to his keeper, who launches a Germany counter, and Matiji is having his shirt pulled all over. Germany have a free kick. Colombia more than frustrated.
Well, you just, for their own sakes, as a neutral, you're willing for Colombia to get a goal, aren't you? Because the Germans at the moment are tearing them apart, just for some kind of belief and some respect as well. At the moment, the Germans not really giving them a sniff, and they could find another.
Cecic stands over it. Heights to the right of him. Every yellow shirt back in the area, drilled towards the far post. Colombia wants a break, but it's run straight out of play, and that's the story of the game for them so far. I'd like to see the stats of how much time they've spent in Germany's half, because I'd wager it's not an awful lot.
No.
Sven Betts to Verm. Flowing football from Germany. And still they pull forward with Chandra. Good feet from him, work to Annan. He thinks he was fouled. Did feel like it was a slightly robust challenge that could be argued went through the back of Ilyas Annan. But for now, we'll play on. Chipped forward, looking for Juan Munoz, who's got a thankless task up top, playing against this German defence. Rather reckless tackle from Anand, gives away the free kick on the halfway line. And finally our scoreboard has caught up with where we actually are.
Hurrah.
Another sighter from a set piece for Colombia, and that's really all they've had to feed off. And it's a much better effort, and one that forces Lucas Betts to spring into action. It's another one flashed towards Betts' goal, and another fingertip save.
Well, he's not had much to do in the game, Lucas Betts, but he's had a bit of entertainment there, hasn't he?
He has been caught out on a couple of occasions this tournament. Got lobbed by Galan yesterday versus Spain. And conceded a goal from his opposite number against Ukraine. Their stopper scoring the opener. 3-0 drubbing. Corner for Colombia. How desperately they need something. Can't find a way past Sven Verm. Fries harrying, chucking his arms up in the face of Juan Martinez, doing everything to put him off. And it's a tactic that's proved effective because they've got a kick in, the Germans. And then back to Verm. Verm hits it, it's venomous, and it's well met by Juan Martinez.
Yeah, it was venomous. He did well there to keep it. It's a long way down for him to get there.
He does look to be moving slightly freer as Juan Martinez. And then dancing feet from him once more. It's total German domination.
Anand's feet tonight have been really good, haven't they? It's been very tricky, causing issues.
I'd be interested to know why he didn't feature against Spain. Perhaps illness, injury, we're not quite sure. But they'll be glad to have him back tonight. Here's Verm, he strikes again. And this time, Norman Tenorio sticks his head in the way. The crowd warming up for the hosts.
The crowd enjoyed seeing one of the sponsors taking a ball to the head, which was very nice of them.
Cecic goes all the way back to his keeper. Lucas Betts, Socca. Cecic once more. Colombia attempting to press, but Germany wriggling free at almost every opportunity. Torres on the ball now, who opened the scoring with an unfortunate own goal. And there's the strike. Colombia have one back. And it's a really smart finish from the left foot of their number 18 into the bottom right-hand corner. He's looked the most lively, and he's given them something to cling on to here.
Well, I'm pleased for him. I'm pleased for Colombia that they've managed to get that goal. It's a wonderful finish. Just steps in there on the left peg and lets fly.
Betts, no chance. And then Germany want an instant response. They might have one. Matigi at the back post, flick back across goal. And as quickly as Colombia get a footing, the Germans sweep the rug from under their feet, and it's Konstantin Fries who gets in on the action.
Well, that is not what Colombia wanted, is it? Straight after getting that goal, conceding immediately.
I don't think Matigi was meaning to nod it back towards his teammate. He looked as if he was trying to divert it goalwards, but nevertheless it fell to the head of Fries, who was not going to miss from there. You don't see too many headed goals in soccer.
Well, they tried to fix the netting behind the goal because it sagged somewhat.
Well, those fans are sitting ducks at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, well, a lady just took one with a big cup of drink in her hand, so...
Matigi doing some defending. Goal and an assist to his name this evening. Such a crucial player for them in Oman. And their chief goal threats, and here he is now. He's got a man at the back post. If he can find him, he can. It was Dominic Amon who just tried to open his body and divert that goalwards. Couldn't take the spice off the ball. Germany hunting in packs, chomping at Colombia, who do well to come away with it. Looping ball over to this far-hand side. Brought down well by their goal scorer, Chipped into the area for Buitrago. The whistle blows, free kick Germany.
Falling apart for Colombia, isn't it? It's a shame after such an inspiring opening game against Spain with that win. But Germany have really shown their dominance all throughout the game, right from the first minute. Still 10 minutes to go and they're miles ahead.
Well, they say an animal is most dangerous when it's wounded, and this wounded Germany side have gone on the attack tonight against Colombia.
Yeah, wounds have been thoroughly licked this evening.
Feasting on goals. And they want more. Chandra drives low into the feet of David Roman, who spent a brief period in this game as a makeshift goalkeeper. Got the gloves off now. Hernan stands over the kick in. Into the box. Touched by Chandra. There's a man crumpled on the turf. And Matiji adjudged to have committed a foul. He offers his hand in by way of apology. The true soccer spirit there.
Nice to see, Frankie.
And they are fierce competitors, Germany. And they roar and they cheer. And they play at full tilt every single game. But there is a good spirit about them. Enemies on the pitch and friends afterwards. Betts finds Matiji really well in the channel. He's got him on overlapping, he uses him. Tries to return the favour. Snuffed out, but it feels like only a matter of time until that 7th goal will come for Germany.
Lovely ball from Betts, by the way, wasn't it? Just threading it over to the right-hand side.
Well, when you have a goalkeeper that can play like that, it works out as almost an extra pivot, doesn't it? An extra man to start an attack. And talking of attacks, Colombia could be on one now. David Roman, plenty to do. Germany snap back into their ranks. There's Amont sticking his head in to nod clear. You get so little time, don't you, to try and break the Germans down. David Roman. Sloppy and given away to Matiji. He says thank you very much and nudges it towards Amont. Cecic takes a slight risk. Well, Colombia thought they had a kick in, and Buitrago thought he might have a chance. But the delayed decision says otherwise. Stands filling up now for Mexico's final game of their group. They take on Ireland, who are down and out but playing for pride. For now, though, Germany still have 7 minutes to play. Betts, once again, incisive pass to find Cecic. He works his way onto his left foot. There's the 7th. 7th heaven for Germany. Cecic gets his name on the score sheet, jinking onto that left foot and sliding the ball past a helpless Juan Martinez, and they are running riot.
That was really lovely play from the German, stepping in onto that left foot and picking his spot. I'll be very happy with that one.
High hopes for Colombia heading into this one. And they have been thoroughly extinguished by a ruthless German side, who, bar a minor miracle, or a major miracle at this point, will be in the knockouts.
I think it would be safe to say it would be the most miraculous of miracles.
I'm willing to eat my words on that one if it does happen.
Yeah.
Be the game of the century. Changing goal for Germany then. They bring on Levi Andres, who was drafted in for the soccer penalty against Spain. Cecic comes forward again. Aims for that bottom corner again this time. Just slightly off to the left.
Well, he likes it there, doesn't he? I thought he was going to just wrap his foot around it and stick it in the bottom corner again. He wasn't far away. Juan Martinez. The free kick is given for
Colombia passing back to their keeper while he was outside the area. Germany want to take this quickly. David Raman doesn't want to let them.
Just getting towards a point where you feel as though Colombia will be happy to hear the whistle, and that's so disappointing given what was at stake before the game began.
Well, you feel they might not even want to go for broke here because it's a long way back. And it could only end up worse for them. And Mon stands at the back post. Sven Verm is also poking around in the penalty area. Mitigi rolled to Cecic. You could see what they were trying to do. One from the training pitch.
Well, I could see what two of them were trying to do. The third one, not quite so much.
Perhaps they didn't get the memo between set piece 2 and set piece 3 in the playbook. Lobbed forward. Germany win once more. Sven Verm blocks off and draws the foul. Germany still make their subs.
Needless challenge, that, Frankie. Lost control of the ball.
Sven Verm to Cecic. That's good shape from Mitigi, and the idea was nice to let it run across his body. Just too baggy a touch as he went past Norman Tenorio. Martinez confidently chips one over the leg of Zierden. Zierden going shoulder to shoulder here. Gives away the foul, and there's, shall we say, some enthusiastic writhing wriggles down on the turf in front of us. He got the foul and he was making the point. Buitrago.
Quite a common theme of the Americas.
They like to labour the point, don't they, when they've been fouled? They certainly did there. Buitrago will let it run, and Yilmaz won't get to it. Reaching the final 2.5 minutes here in Cancun. Yilmaz tries to lob it over Juan Martinez. He's a difficult man to chip.
He certainly is. I was just thinking that myself. Of all the keepers you want to lob, it wouldn't be him.
Need some dip in it, wouldn't it?
Oh, goodness me, yes.
So you need to send it high into the night sky.
Not that far off his line either. It would have been one hell of a goal.
But why not try it?
Well, there's not much to lose at this point, is there, for Germany trying a few things. Saw Ukraine taking their goalkeeper off and trying the fly keeper at one point today, so.
That was quite incredible, wasn't it? Such was their dominance that they decided to use the remainder of their match versus Spain as practice.
That's insane. Spain are so good. Spain will be disappointed that they lost that game to Colombia now in hindsight.
They beautifully worked their way out of the back, and there was two queuing up at the far post for Sven Verm's ball, and neither could connect. And Mon and Yilmaz not possessing long enough legs. Minute and a half on the dial. As we've known for a while now, Germany marching on. We said it before kickoff, it's quite incredible in this group that a side could lose 2 out of 3 matches and then still qualify.
Yeah, I think the Germans will feel as though they've been a little lucky when they look back on it, but they won't care. The fact of the matter is they're in those knockouts.
Hammered into the box. Verm just sticks one of his big thighs behind it and Germany can break. Yilmaz over on this far hand side. Cecic, Amon round the keeper.
That's going to be a penalty, surely, giving the other way.
I think it was a judge that Dominic Amon slid there as he was trying to scrabble it over the goal line. Still Germany press with relentless pressure. From the first minute to the last, they have been devastating.
Good strength from the keeper there.
Yeah, well, I don't think Anand even fancied that shoulder barge, did he? And I don't blame him either.
something's just best left alone.
Well, if the scoreline was 0-0, he might have given it a go, but at
yeah.
7-1, I certainly wouldn't be running into that.
No, not worth running into a brick wall for the sake of it, is it?
There goes the full-time whistle. Germany blast their way past Colombia to waltz into the knockouts in some style. They dance, they celebrate. They know they haven't been at their usual standards thus far, but they've reached the levels we all know they can hit here tonight. Dejection for Colombia, but joy for Germany as they secure their place in the round of 16. A tie against Hungary looking likely for them. We'll need to await their last game for full confirmation of that. But for now, we're wrapping up this one with the scoreline at Germany 7, Colombia 1. But stick with us, because next up we bring you more soccer action and, of course, the hosts, Mexico, who take on Ireland in their final group match. We'll be bringing you every kick of the ball live from Cancun very shortly.